You're listening to The Power Project, and I'm your host, Brandy Voth. It's my goal each week to inspire and empower you with stories of women that are leading purpose-filled lives and owning their God-given power. And listen up, mamas of girls. If you do not listen to any other episode that I've recorded thus far or will continue to record in the future, today is the episode for you. So stop what you're doing and turn the volume up. My guest today is a pop artist from the Houston area. Her goal is to inspire everyone who hears her music, and she wants her music to be a light in the darkness, to give people something different to listen to that has meaning. Trust me when I say you're going to be inspired by this young lady.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Power Project. I have an exciting guest for you guys today. I have had the distinct privilege of getting to hear this young lady perform live. And let me tell you, when I say she's got a set of pipes on her, it is not being over exaggerated. She really blew everyone away. So you guys, today on the show, I have Kate Watson with Kate Watson Music. Hey, Kate, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Is it a beautiful day where you're at today?
It is. It's actually sunny and starting to get warm again.
I know. I'm so excited. Like, it was really, really nasty a few days ago. And up here where I'm at, it's beautiful today. It's a nice fall day. And so I'm enjoying spending my lunch hour just chatting with you. So Kate, I had the privilege of meeting Kate just recently, just last month or so. We had done the Walk for Freedom, the A21 Walk for Freedom, and she was kind enough to oblige us with coming and performing at our social hour afterwards and singing her new single, I Have a Voice. So it was amazing. It was beautiful. And I had so many people in the room that were shocked by the fact that you're pretty young. Like, how old are you anyway, Kate?
I just turned 18 in September. So
just turned 18.
Yep.
Well, I want you to tell our audience a little bit about you, a little bit of your backstory. But first, I just want to say that my platform with this podcast, I always envision having women of all ages and ethnicities and socioeconomic backgrounds, and just women that are living their purpose-filled lives, living their best lives and following their calling. And so I always say, there's no age on wisdom. There's no age limit on following your dreams, pursuing your dreams. And that's really why I wanted to bring you on here, because you are so on fire with your mission. And I'm so grateful for you. I would love an entire world full of 18-year-olds that have the passion and the mission and the focus that you have. So tell everyone a little bit about Kate.
Well, I grew up in a musical family. My dad, he has been a worship pastor at our church, and my mom, she can play the drums, the guitar. She's crazy, but she's mainly a teacher. And throughout my life, I've had a great life, don't get me wrong, but I had some rough times. So I moved 13 times in my entire life, just some cool job opportunities that my parents have gotten. But that was really rough on me because I was a really shy kid and I had a hard time making friends. Throughout my school life, I got bullied really bad. Once I got into 8th grade is whenever it started getting really bad. In class, people would throw books at my head, pencils, glue sticks, anything that they could get their hands on, they would throw it at me because I was the shy kid. I was the smart kid that they cheated off of and stole my answers. And then 9th grade, I was tired of it. I had enough and I decided to be homeschooled. But really, that made it worse. I felt more alone. And then at other places, I still got bullied. People called me worthless, fat. They told me I had no talent.
Oh my gosh.
I know, that I was compassionless, that I did not I did not belong on a stage, that I belonged in the back greeting people. That's what they told me. And every idea that I put out there, just new ideas for music and different things, they shot down and would tell me, no, like, that's not your place. And so 10th grade, I decided to go back to school. And it was a smaller school. I was really excited and hoping to make new friends that year. So I tried my very hardest to get in with girls group and, get to hang out with people. And instead, I got shot down. I got rejected really bad. And I started having panic attacks. I'd go in the bathroom just to cry and just let it all out, because I didn't have anybody to talk to. And, those are the years you get rebellious and you don't talk to your parents and stuff like that. And so I decided to be friends with the guys. I was like, okay, the girls are really mean, not nice. So I'm going to try to be friends with the guys. And just so you know, I had never really had a boyfriend. I'd never kissed a guy. And they called me a hoe. All the girls called me a hoe. And they called me names. They would take my stuff. They'd throw it over walls. They took my brand new paper driver's license that I got, or permit, poked holes all in my face and drew a mustache, and it was unbelievable. The stuff that I went through. And finally, my grades started slipping. That's whenever it started really getting real. My grades started slipping, and my parents started noticing. So they grounded me, and I started doing things that weren't the best choice. Nothing crazy, but not wise decisions. And so I got grounded, and to tell you the truth, that's whenever I felt the most alone, because I had literally nowhere to go. And I realized something has to change. Like, I cannot stay like this. I cannot live life like this. So I realized it doesn't matter what people do, what people say to me. I need to be myself, and I need to be a light. That is why I'm here. To be a light and to live with a purpose. And I realized that purpose was to sing. That's what I love to do. That was my passion. I always felt so happy and so excited whenever I'm doing my music and singing and writing music. And so I decided from that day on that I was going to use my music to help the people that were going through things that I was going through, to inspire and encourage them, to let them know that that's not the end. And so I went back to school, and it was a little rough. It's still, people did not change. People were the same. And I had to just know in my mind, I had to choose joy over everything that's happening, to not let any of that distract me from my purpose, what I knew in my heart that I was supposed to do. So I showed kindness. I killed them with kindness. And I ate lunch alone. I'd still cry sometimes. I actually had a song that I'd sing to myself in my head whenever I felt alone. I'd go in the bathroom and I'd go sing to myself, "I'm Not Alone" by Carrie Job. And that was my song. That whole year, that was my song. I am not alone. I'm not alone. So I kept going through that, and things just kept, from there, it was like a snowball effect. Everything just started building. Things just started going crazy. My whole perspective on life had changed. Those people that told me that I was worthless and talentless and fat, and people that took my stuff and did different things, it didn't matter anymore, because I'm doing what I love, and nobody was going to stop me from doing that. And so with this song, I Have a Voice. I mean, it's what the title says. I have a voice. Me and my dad wrote it because we wanted to tell those people who maybe are going through what I went through or different things in their life that are happening, that they have a voice no matter what's going on, that they are strong and they don't have to change who they are for other people. Other people's opinions aren't what's important. What's important is what you think about yourself, and that you know that you are perfectly and wonderfully made just the way you are, and you shouldn't have to change that.
Wow. What you have just said in the last few minutes are pure gold. And it takes, I can't believe that you had this insight at the age of 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
Because it takes, so many women spend their entire lives not realizing this. And I think so many women, and there's a lot of women that don't realize it until they're 40 or 50 or 60 before they realize that they're beautifully and uniquely made and that their worth is not dependent upon other people's opinions of them. And so kudos to you, my friend. You are a wise soul. But I think there's a couple of key takeaways that you mentioned here that I wanted to point out. And you talked about how the kids didn't change. The kids were still the same. The kids were still mean. But you changed. Your mindset changed. Your perspective changed. And I believe it's Einstein that had a quote, and he said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I think that applies so solid to your situation. And it's a beautiful, beautiful story. I'm amazed by you. Like, you're inspiring me sitting here getting to chat with you.
Thank you.
So I think that the video, you have a video now with the song, I Have a Voice, that I heard you perform, that is beautiful, by the way. And I hope it touches every woman's heart that hears it, young, old, whether they feel alone or not. I hope everyone hears it. And so this video is out for that song now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, your mom sent me the YouTube clip of it, like a couple of days ago, that it's beautiful, and I want to share it.
Now you guys are in for a little treat. Kate has been kind enough to share her single with you guys right here on this podcast. So here it is now, I Have a Voice.
I open my hand and there's nothing there but invisible dreams drifting through the air. All my desires, all that I want, just waiting for me to make it happen, to take these dreams and climb upon the highest mountain I can find, and let the whole world know that I have a voice and won't be silent. I
you have like the ultimate momager, basically.
I do. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is awesome. And she's so good and she's so cute, just from the little bit that I know about you guys. And, I just met you guys. But from what I've seen and interacting with her and like scheduling the interview and different things, she's just so stinking proud of you. And, I think that sometimes we see like, in the celebrity world in Hollywood, the moms that are trying to take all the glory for their kids' talents, and your mom just radiates. Like, she wants everyone to know it is all you, it is your talent and your mission. And so how does that relationship play out? Is it easy having your mom be your manager? Have you had any problems with it? What do you think about that?
Honestly, my mom is one of my best friends, and I can say that like completely 100%. Ever since all that happened, I have grown closer with my parents, like both of them. And the thing about my mom being my momager, well, she's really good at business. She's really good at what she does. And, she's very good. And so she wants to make sure that in everything that I do that, she doesn't get in the way, but also she wants to help elevate me and get me to where she knows that I'm supposed to be. And all the things that I'm capable of, they've always told me to go after my dreams. They've always told me to never stop pursuing what I love. And that is something that a lot of kids don't have. And I am extremely blessed. Yes, I'm extremely blessed to have the parents that I have. And I mean, of course we have these little fights here and there, but I mean, it's really nothing. It's what friends, family members, that's what they do because they love each other.
I think so. And I think this is so important. Like, there's so many wise nuggets that come out of your mouth, but I firmly agree, because I had parents that told me that I could do anything I set my mind to and chase the big dreams and, go do it and go after it. And so part of this podcast platform is the fact that I recognize that not everyone has that, and I think that's so crucial. So I want this platform for those people at home that don't have the parents that tell them they can do whatever they want and they can chase the big dreams. I want them to know that there's a community of us. There's a community of women that are saying, we believe in you and you can do whatever you set your mind to and you can chase big dreams. So what would you say because listen, bullying is not a new thing. I hated school in like 7th, 8th, and 9th grade because of girls. And it was not fun. Not a fun time. But what would you say to that girl that is getting bullied right now, that maybe doesn't have the parents at home that are providing her that support system? What's your word of encouragement or inspiration to her?
My word of encouragement is, don't ever change who you are because of other people. Especially if you have big dreams and big things that you want to do in life. Those people don't have the right mindset. They can't think about the big picture, but you need to think about the big picture and that you are worth so much. You have big plans in your life, and you cannot let one person or a few people dictate what you do in life, because you're important.
That's so beautiful. So when you decided you were going to chase your big dreams, when you said, I'm going to be a singer and that I'm going to lead a life of purpose and I'm going to speak out for the people without a voice, did it take convincing your parents to let you go into this industry, or how did you go about putting the ball into motion of saying, this is a career I'm going to pursue?
They've always known that singing is in my blood. I've been singing ever since I was little, and I've watched them. They used to be in a band, So
how fun.
we'd travel and I'd watch them play at camps, youth camps and churches and different things. And my dad he's an artist too. So I've grown up watching that and I have loved it. And when I was little, I couldn't help them in the bands. I'd watch, but I was always in the back, their biggest cheerleader. So they knew that was something that I wanted to do. They never pressured me. They never pushed it on me. But I came to it myself, and I knew that was on my heart. That was just something I knew I was supposed to do. And it came to me whenever I was going through all that, why I needed to do it. And that was to be a light in the darkness with my music. I could have chosen being a Christian artist, but instead I went to be a country pop artist because a lot of people will hear the word Christian artist and they'll close the door. They'll be like, no, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a part of that. And so I wanted to bring that light to a bigger place. I wanted more people to hear it and more people to hear the encouragement. And that's why I say a light in the darkness, to bring what I have and spread it and be an encouragement.
I think you're doing just that. And you're doing some pretty big things. And with that, I can't imagine there's very many 18-year-old girls out there that are lending their voice to some really major causes in life, to speak out really for those who really genuinely don't have a voice. So you're involved. I met you because my friend Jody Webb with Colors of Hope was on the podcast a month or two ago or so. And she told me that there was a young lady she was working with that I had to meet. She said, this girl fits your podcast platform so perfectly. And she was absolutely 100% right. Like, I don't have daughters, but if I had daughters, I would want them to have someone like you to look up to. So tell me about what you have going on with Colors of Hope.
It's actually a really crazy story. So, we got a email. I want to say it was earlier this year. We got an email and it was from Jody, but we didn't know her at the time. And it said, hey, we really love looking at your stuff. And we just want to know if y'all write a song for us about blah, 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 blah. And, gave us things. And so, we were really, really busy at the time with some different things. And so it didn't really, we were like, we'll get back to it. So a few months later, we have this song, I Have a Voice. And we had somebody in the music industry, my producer, he was like, hey, y'all really need to tie it to a cause and do all this different stuff. And then me and my dad were like, wait a second. We got an email a few months ago from this person with this organization, and we need to look into that real quick. And so we went and looked up Colors of Hope and the different things that they're doing. And we were like, oh my gosh, like this is perfect. So we called her and she answered. And that was the funny thing. She told us, she said, I don't answer calls that I don't know who they are, but I just felt like I needed to answer this. And so we told her about what was happening, and she told us her story of what happened to her. And she said, I want a song and I want people to know that they have a voice. And we all kind of just looked at each other like, what? What just happened? We were like, okay, we have a song for you. We're going to send it to you. If you don't like it, it's okay. But just the words that came out of your mouth and everything that is happening right now, we think this is it. And so we sent her the link and she called us crying and said, this is perfect. And what they're doing is, it's all about sex trafficking and helping the victims get their lives back and be restored. And the thing is, I know I wasn't a sex trafficked victim, but it's kind of the same. It's a trauma. I went through a trauma, and the people that they're helping went through traumas. And that is the amazing thing, that no matter what you're going through, there's people for you. There's people here for you. And it's amazing what they're doing. It really is.
No, it really is. Jody, it's an equine restoration program, right? That walks the survivors through the restoration process. And I will tell you that when I was called to this cause, I work with a few different organizations. I kept trying to decide why that was the cause I was being called to, because I didn't have anything in common, and I've lived a great life, and I haven't really gone through much heartache. And so I was speaking with a survivor, and I said, I don't know why I've been called to this cause. I don't have any way to really, know what you've gone through. I don't have any way to sympathize with your story or empathize with your story, but I don't know why God's wanting me to do this. And I'm going to tell you this right now, and I've never told you this before, but she said, because you're supposed to be a voice for those of us who don't have a voice. Oh, and wow. And that was before I knew Jody, and that was before I knew you. So I 100% think you are exactly where God is calling you to be right now. And I can't wait to see where you end up at. I can't wait to see where your story goes. I hope that your music is blessed beyond measure and just goes internationally all over the world and reaches the people that need to be reached. So you've got the I Have a Voice video. You have just shot another video that will be coming out. When will that one be released? Do you know?
That one should be released in December. At some time.
Okay.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, we're going to be looking forward to that. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes of your video that's out now. I'm going to share it on social media. And then I can't wait for the next one to come out, because you do such an amazing job. Where do you have a lot of shows going on right now? Like, where can people come hear you sing live?
I actually, not this weekend, but the weekend of the 24th, I am going to be singing at Six Flags.
Oh, how fun.
Yes, I'm so excited.
That's a lot of fun. That's super cool. So you'll be at Six Flags the weekend of the 24th. And then where can people find you on, where can they follow along with your music? Give me all of your social media plugs.
Okay, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all Kate Watson Music. No spaces, no capitals. I didn't want to make it complicated. I don't like complicated.
You keep things pretty straightforward, and I like that about you. What do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. Yes, and it's Kate Watson Music. And my music is on Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music. It's on pretty much everything.
Perfect. So we can get people downloading those singles and get people listening to your music, because I do believe so much in your message, and I believe that it needs to be heard by more people. I just want to tell you, and I think I told you this when you performed that day, I don't have girls, but I have sons, and I am so grateful that there is someone like you out there that are teaching the younger girls what it looks like to be a true influencer, to be someone that truly is using your voice for the good. I'm grateful that those girls are going to get to look up to you. And so on that note, I was going to ask you earlier and I got sidetracked, but who were your role models that you looked up to at a younger age and growing up and in the hard times? I know you mentioned Carrie Job's song, but who were some people that you looked to that you saw as the positive light in your world?
Honestly, it was my mom and my dad. Those were my influences.
Oh my gosh, that's the sweetest. I love that so much. I think that's so good. And I think it's so important. And I love that. Your mom should be so proud right now. Your parents should be patting themselves on the back and being like, I think we did a good job with this one. And I hope that as you go, I know that I don't have to tell you this because you are so straight thinking and got your head on straight. But as you go through this journey and you develop as an artist, and I know you're going to be on the big platforms. I know that I'm going to see you on all of them. And so as you go through the journey, I hope that you can just keep yourself focused on this and remember this confidence you have and this light that you are in a world of darkness. And you just keep letting those haters just go on, fall by the wayside. And, just like those kids in high school, they're not going to change. But before we leave, I do have to ask you one question that I ask everyone that is on the show. So if you were a superhero, what would your superhero name be? And what would be your superpower that sets you aside from everyone else, all the other superheroes?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Oh, man. Dang it. Okay, let's see. I would be... Okay, I've always liked the power of invisibility because, that'd be cool. But, no, I think I would like to have the power to just change those people that are hating and just make them nice, It's like, hey, let's all just have a good time. Let's all be nice.
Exactly.
I mean, and the reason why they're doing it is because they have things going on in their life. And that's what hurts me so bad. It's like, I need to be praying for these people. And I do all the time. Okay. Oh, you got me.
No, I think it's great. Your superpower would be the power to change haters and bullies and turn them nice.
I think my name would have to be Kate Watson. I mean, that's just me. That's me.
Boom.
I'm my own category. So
boom. You would be the authentic superhero, Kate Watson.
Yes.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Warrior Watson. That's what I'm going to name you. Oh, this was so much fun. And I am so blessed to know you in life and get to follow your journey. And thanks so much for taking time out of the day to chat with me.
No, thank you so much for having me. This has been awesome. And I always love getting a chance to tell my story and just give that to people so they can have and learn and just be encouraged.
Absolutely. I think you did a fantastic job of it. And I'm so excited for the listeners to be able to follow along with your journey and your music career. And I can't wait. Listen, I have little girls that I've watched be bullied from kindergarten through 7th grade. And I can't wait to send this podcast to their moms and say, hey, tell them to go listen to this right now because this young lady has got it figured out and she is a light in the darkness and she is a role model for all little girls being bullied everywhere. So thank you, Kate. Thank you for being that girl.
Thank you.
Well, you have a great day and I will see you sometime soon, I'm sure.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Isn't she delightful? And wouldn't the world be a better place if there were more young ladies like Kate? She has a lot of exciting things coming up in the next year, including a tour. So for more information about the dates and her music, you can go to katewatsonmusic.co. As always, if you enjoyed what you heard today, do us a favor, go write a review, like us, share us on all forms of social media, subscribe to this podcast. Because I don't know if you're aware, but our entire goal is to just share these stories with you guys in an effort to inspire and encourage you. And all that we ask in exchange is that you show us some love and share the word about the show. I can't wait to speak to you guys next week. Until then, go out and live your best purpose-filled life.